the 2014 Red Bull Air Race World Championship on its second stop in Rovinj, Croatia. This beautiful location was the perfect stage for spectacular flying action by the 12 best pilots in the world. An all-new racetrack, an all-new challenge to adapt to. The first round, the top 12, showed how difficult it was for the pilots to get the plane at just the right pace without risking too much through the gates. The Rovinj crowd were treated to some thrilling runs, including 5 pylon hits, which meant a DNF did not finish for 5 pilots.
You really got to know who you're racing against and what you need to do. And of course, as we said earlier in the week, if the wind changes to the west, it's going to be a much sportier, more difficult track.
Nigel Lamb's hopes were raised by his clean run, but then dashed by an accident at the airport. His plane nosed into the concrete and the propeller tips were shattered. So the Super 8 became Super 7. And the duel between the big rivals Hannes Ark and Paul Bonhomme continued. Bonhomme, the double world champion, set the mark at 59.191 seconds. But Hannes Ark topped that time once again by just over 1/10 of a second. Into the Final Four for the first time, Yoshihide Muroya turned on the style to earn his first ever podium. The Japanese ended up third. He benefited from a mistake by Pete McLeod, who picked up a 2-second time penalty. Paul Bonhomme needed to be fast and clean to put the heat on Ark. And typically, he delivered as smoothly as ever. No pylon hits, no penalties for the Englishman. No wonder they call him Mr. Consistent. His time, a stunning 59.097 seconds. So the pressure was on for Hannes Ark. England or Austria, Bonhomme or Ark. Who would win the second race of the season? Could Ark fulfill the dreams of the large Austrian contingent in the grandstands to win his first race of the season? Ark rose to the occasion brilliantly, found his line, judged his flight to perfection, full throttle on the finish line to deliver victory with a time of 59.012 seconds. He won by barely 0.08 of a second.
It's really special when I heard that I got the first place. I think some tears came out of my eyes because of all these emotions, the release of the pressure. Because it's so tight to race with Paul, and it was so difficult here to race. The track was difficult, the wind changed. Today we had a completely new track. But thanks to my team and the hard work, I think we know now how to do it.
I'd rather be second than third, but that was close, and I knew it was going to be. But let's look forward to the next race.
It was Ark's 8th win in the Red Bull Air Race World Championship history. He's joint leader of the standings with Paul Bonhomme. Both have 21 points after 2 races to highlight the new intensity of the 2014 season. But who will lead the way after the next stop in Putrajaya, Malaysia on the 17th and 18th of May?